right, so we're on camera here. This is another mentee of mine. This is Kent. Say hello, Kent.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
All right, all the people out there. So let's talk about the current situation. How what you're doing to like your preferred future that you have in mind, and and what we can do today or like plan to get done over until the next section to make sure that you're aligned with your preferred future.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna unpack some things um, that'll get us kind of where we need to be. So I guess starting with where I've been since I last saw you, I finished my data data analyst certification course. That's all good. I've got the certificates all finished. Um, then after that, it was a short week, and then I was on vacation for the fourth, so I was out of town that weekend. This week has been pretty darn hectic in just trying to get caught up, mainly because what I've been focusing on this week is turning around, redoing my resume, getting LinkedIn set up, putting my resume out on LinkedIn and Indeed. Just a ton of little tasks to kind of get me where I needed to be to start looking for um, a data job. So I have not followed my goal of the. I've been very busy, but I haven't been able to get to the CSS stuff that I wanted to do. So what I did was sort of make a list of things that I wanted to either talk about or kind of go over and could use your mentorship about.
Yeah.
Um, and one of which is getting back on track with this Agile Institute stuff. So the CSS stuff is where I am. But what I'd like to go over today, I couldn't find where the how to put my repository, how to link my recipe repository to the GitHub repository. I couldn't find that info. So I didn't know how exactly I was supposed to be doing that. So if we could just snap that real quick, that would be a great place to start.
Yeah. We can certainly do that. I do want to kind of. I think it's meant to be like this, but when you said Agile Institute stuff, I mean, as far as what my role is, as far as I understand, is to get you to that preferred future. So this is what Mike Story is recommending. So this will I think undoubtedly do that, but if your goal is to be in data science, I think that IBM data analysis certification was a great accomplishment. So I just want to point that out. I put that in the accomplishments, and prioritizing that over something like this, I think makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
All right, but yeah, us
Um,
get into it. You'll need to be able to do version control, share your work, collaborate with other people. So these are good
mhm.
questions for that.
Yeah, that would be a good place just to kind of just so I can kind of get over that hurdle today. And then I have some questions regarding a couple other things. I don't know if you want to just kind of dive in or you want me to kind of like get it all out there and then we kind of pick it apart.
I guess let's make a little bit of a task list. So the first thing you want to see how to push your recipes repository up to the Agile Institute GitHub
Yeah.
account. Is that correct?
And so yeah, that is just a kind of a little thing I want to go over.
Yeah.
And then I kind of wanted to I wanted to talk about some of the other things I you mentioned in I can't remember if it was a chat or you tagged me in a Discord post about the uh,
PCAP.
PCAP certification.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that course that kind of walks you through, prepares you for
Mhm.
that test. I feel like that would be an excellent thing to just sort of be kind of milling through to if, since I've started this Python journey, I might as well get to a good great place like in a professional sense. So I'd like to kind of discuss that.
Okay.
And then I'd like to, if you want, I've got some of those capstone files on a repository on my GitHub, and but I couldn't search them from a friend's computer. And if we could talk a little bit more about making it's a public repository, but I don't know how to sort of display that. So if we could kind of like link that into the GitHub conversation, that'd be good. Um, make make that sort of visible.
So you
And
want to
then
display something?
well, like it's a public repository, and I couldn't find it from another computer. Like my GitHub was not searchable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I want to just kind of talk about the GitHub stuff. I want to talk about that the certification for Python, and then I want to just talk about sort of what maybe a strategy for getting back into this. The Odin project stuff, the CSS, and I'm thinking around. I could probably put anywhere between like 7 and 10 hours a week on it, kind of moving forward. And now I've gotten a lot of stuff kind of off my plate. That's really where I want to get to this week. So that's my week goal is to um, you know, reintroduce myself to the agile, sorry, to the Odin project,
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
pathway.
those sound like good goals. I've read through the job searching portion of the Odin project. I mean, anything you read, you have to take a little bit of a grain of salt, of course. But if I've had extensive conversations with ChatGPT and the full stack development, full stack programmer. In the JavaScript, that Odin project teaches you, there's all kinds of hits on job sites for that. So it's definitely a lucrative niche. So it's a good set of skills. Basically, anything you do
Sure.
will be adjacent to that because it's about people clicking on things and doing stuff like that's
Exactly.
yeah. People
Yeah.
are going to do that.
I want to, yeah, I really kind of want to synthesize all that into what I've got so far. I really do want this full stack training. Um, it's
Yeah,
just,
full stack
it's
JavaScript.
gonna, I think I have to just be realistic about how much I can chunk out a week. And like I said, I kind of want to talk about that pacing and hours per week and kind of how you feel from your perspective, having gone through some of this stuff and, get myself kind of set up on like a realistic course. That would be really great. I would love your input on that.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So okay, so I've got five discussion points. So this is this is the incubation. So let's do implementation and let's start with one of these discussion points. So the
Sure.
first one is pushing, getting that recipes project that you've got finished, getting that up on the Agile Institute. Then make just toggling some settings in your GitHub account so that it's a public account that people can see. Then
Okay.
it's kind of my thoughts about the PCAP, and then so, more I guess more discussion about the Odin project, and then
Hmm.
discussion about like actual study strategies and pacing and getting things done. Is that correct?
That's absolutely, yeah, that'd be great.
All right, which one do you want to start with?
Let's do the GitHub right now.
Okay, so yeah, if you can share your screen, I think the best way is to go to the settings and look at that. There's probably just a checkbox you got to click.
Okay. Where do I share screen on Discord? I got it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
And this is something if you have a professional
yeah, I'll
job.
share mine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll share my entire
Perfect.
screen here. There you go. Oh, How do I get it to not do that? Oh, okay. Let's do this. There we go.
All right, so yeah, go. So on the far right, there's the icon. That's the same as your picture. So further to the right than that. Oh yeah, there you go. That I was looking at my own mouse. Yeah, there you go. That's it. So click that. Then go down to settings, which is a few. Yeah, right there. And then click on account. So it's on the left. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then let's see here. If you scroll down, so I think the fastest way, because we live in the crazy new world. Have you used ChatGPT?
I mean, for a few things here and there, but I not extensively, no.
All right, well, pull it up and then ask it a question. All
Or is
right.
it just like try just?
Yeah, so you can hit try it. Yep. You should be able to try it for free on the newest model. You probably don't even need to sign in.
That's
Yeah, you don't even
exactly.
need to sign in or anything. So you know what to ask it, right? You wanna alter your account on GitHub, right?
Well, what do I need to alter it to? Just like how to make it public.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So why can't other people see your account, and how can I change the settings so that they can?
Okay.
Yeah, even that's probably fine, especially if you go up to the if you go up to the upper left and it says ChatGPT 3.5. Okay, so you have to log in to get 4.0, but 3.5 is probably fine. So it looks like the first thing it says there is visibility settings. So let's go back to your account and see if we can find the visibility settings. So um, let's see here. Um, uh,
Appearance.
Uh, let's try public. Let's try appearance. We might as well look through a few of them.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that's
that's different than what we're looking for. So let's try accessibility. I think is a bit different too. It's like if you have color blindness or something like that.
okay.
And then public. I feel like this is probably where it is. If you go down, and activity profile settings, um, developer, job. Yeah, that's probably good to have checked. And then scroll up a little bit. Profile settings displayed. So maybe click. Uh, oh, you know what? I think you've already got it, because yeah, you could click these two to make it private and hide activity, but those aren't checked. So I think if you hit save, it'll show that you're looking and everything should be fine. I don't think you actually have to hit save. Typically nowadays you don't. So I should be able to find it. Like what specifically were you finding that people couldn't do?
Well, I was actually trying to show someone, a friend of mine, the project that I did for the capstone,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it wasn't searchable on his computer, and I didn't have my login information on my head,
Mhm.
so I couldn't display it. But I thought it was, since it was a public repository, I could pull it up, but maybe I can't, and I don't know.
Can you show me what you tried to show your friend?
Well, yeah, well, it'd be difficult because if I search for it, it'll just have my info. It'll pull it up.
What about in
Um,
incognito mode in the browser?
okay.
Oh, I see what you mean. So yeah, this is a whole industry, search engine optimization (SEO). Um,
Yeah.
it's not going to put yours above others, especially when others might be paying or doing
But
specific efforts.
even with my name though.
I mean, your name is the same as probably 1,000 people out there. Like, it's
But it didn't pull up any Kent Spillmans. The first one is Max Colton.
yeah. So what is the specific like? Do you have a space in there? Maybe take the space out.
I don't know. Oh well, hold on. Maybe it's well, my first name is attached to it, and it didn't say anything. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Um, huh. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to just searching for something on Google, those results don't appear there by accident. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Oh yeah.
it's kind of not an easy way to find it. It depends on the uniqueness of your name. If there's 1,000 Kent Spillmans out there, which most names are fairly unique.
Yeah.
But uh,
So then, how would you suggest? So what you're in the industry. So
yeah.
if someone was like, say they see my LinkedIn profile
Uh,
and they just did a Google search, and how would I make my GitHub, I guess, more connections, touch the algorithm in more spots, but like, how would I display myself a little bit more visibly
SEO.
for professional?
There's a whole industry for this called SEO, and there's like sales
Oh, sure.
funnels. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's like the man behind the curtain in Wizard of Oz. Like you found the whole ruse of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
maybe
have people
don't put a lot
actually.
of don't.
Go ahead.
It'd be something that, like, if I wanted to share somebody specifically something, I would just need to post the link somewhere.
Yeah, there's no better way than to post a link. If you go back to your main page, there should be a shareable link set up for that. So right there, if you search for KENT-SPILL, you probably will find
Oh,
it. Yeah, try
oh,
googling
okay,
for that.
okay, okay. So what?
KENT-SPILL in incognito. Yep, SPILL. Yeah, just hit enter, or you could hit GitHub. Yep. Um, Oh man, even that. I mean, yeah, it's SEO. It's about
Yeah, sure. Okay,
yeah. So I mean, you can ChatGPT for SEO to how make it more discoverable, and it might have some
sure.
tips for that. So that's what I would say to
Okay,
do. Yeah, and you've got
okay,
all the things checked correctly. So, um,
okay. Cool.
yeah, just as long as you have that
Okay,
shareable link, which is up there, it's github.com/KENT-SPIL. That's what you give to people, and they'll find it right away.
okay. Excellent, excellent. Okay, well, I'll put the and speaking of, I want to put this on LinkedIn. And speaking of LinkedIn, you had messaged me, and I've just been like so out of touch for stuff for so long. Um, that I did see that message about you and I linking up on LinkedIn, and that would be really awesome. Um,
All right,
I
yeah.
can't remember the message.
So
You were like, send me your LinkedIn, because I didn't have I had LinkedIn a long time ago, but it wasn't really like relevant to my industry. That's not how musicians network. So I let it kind of fall to the wayside, and I think I got kicked off, or So anyway, I um, made a new LinkedIn, got it all set up. So that's possible now. I would like to do that. That would be great if we could do that. We don't have to do that now, but at some point that would be great.
yeah, so I sent you a follow. I clicked follow on you. You can go to
Okay.
mine. You should be able to just type in my name. It's search optimized pretty well. So yeah, just type in my first name and last name and hit enter, and it should be one of the first things that
Remind me how to spell your last name. Is it
AASCH, two
A
A's.
A
Yeah,
S C?
SCH. Yep. Yep. Hit enter, and there's LinkedIn. So if you go, you should be able to get it from my LinkedIn actually. If you go down, if you can't, then I need to update that. But
Well, the
uh,
follow.
this is LinkedIn. This isn't GitHub. But yeah, you can follow me on LinkedIn if you want.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Okay, yeah, so then just hit follow there. There's also the option to connect. I'm really not sure what the difference is, but I do recommend doing this when on my YouTube channel when I read books or like do research. What I'll do is I'll look up a famous figure and see if they're alive. You know, because a lot of these people that are famous in the space of computer science are still working. Like they're not even retired. Like the person who
Sure.
invented JSON like is like like not even close to retirement.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I'll look up I'll look up some industry giants and try to follow them.
Yeah, I definitely recommend that. Okay, so yeah, I think that's good. So which one do you want to move on to next?
How do I share my repository on?
Yeah. So do you have so is this the computer where you have it
Yeah.
locally?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see where that local repository is in your and let's see it in the command line. You can also pull it up in like the folders in the GUI. Are you on a you're on a Mac here? So like
Hmm.
so this is the where you pushed it, right? This is the
Yeah.
centralized instance of it. So if you
Hmm.
don't have a local instance, you can create one by using git clone. But I think you have
I
one already.
should.
Yeah.
I should, but I cannot remember where I put it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I mean, you can make it again.
okay, let me see. How would I go about like finding a repository that I made so long ago? I don't remember where it is.
So you would probably have to do a search. You would go to some place like this. I don't know what it's like for Mac, but in Windows, you'd go to the C drive. So yeah, like you know, it
Okay.
would
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
your files here. Um, so like downloads, it could be in there. It could be in documents. You know, you could search for it. Just put in the name of the
There we
repo.
go.
There, you found it. So now you can like maybe right click on it and see what the path actually is. So it should say um, uh, yeah. So there's the properties. So now you can see exactly. You should be able to see exactly where it is in the properties. It's yeah. It says it right there where
Oh,
users
yeah, there we go.
user repos. Yeah.
Okay. So now, then once I found it, what do I do?
So go into it. So double click that that there, and then hit a right click.
On just
Yeah, just off
anywhere?
of them. Yeah, and now do okay. Well, what I want you to do is to open up a terminal because that's really the easiest way. Uh, now this is a Mac. So where in the very far up the Apple symbol. Yeah, click on Finder. Basically, I'm looking for an option. Yeah, so go over one from that. The Apple symbol. Go
Oh
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
next one, and then the next one.
I feel like I can't remember. So what are you saying?
I'm looking for a terminal. So
Yeah.
it might be
Give me
under
one second.
View. It might be under Window.
Give me one second.
Okay. It might be Mac T as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, just open up a terminal, a generic terminal, and then change directory over to where you need to go. So you can type in terminal in the search; it'll pop up. There you go. And then, so remember where that was? It was in user repos, right?
Yeah. So I go what's CD user.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, before you do that, do pwd and enter. So you are here. You know that's what
Okay.
pwd
Okay.
says.
So I just go to repos,
Yep, exactly.
and then
And then,
okay. So
yep,
was it?
ls. Yep. And then there it is. Odin dash recipes. and you got to do a space. It's two
Oh,
commands.
sorry.
Yep, every
Yeah.
command's got a space. Yep. Right now, do a git status. GIT space STATUS. Okay, so you don't have any pending changes or anything like that. Now do a git space remote space dash V, and then a space.
Get remote.
Yeah, dash V as in vehicle, and then a dash. So you need and it'll show you here. Like see how. So the first one there is it says usage.
Dash
So
D.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
or dash dash verbose. Okay, so this is where you're pushing it to. You're pushing it to your local repo, github.com the name of the repo you have, and then there. So you can change that, and you can push it instead to the Agile repo. So you need to reconfigure where it's pushed, and then push it there instead.
Okay, so how do I do that? How do I change the pathway it's gonna push?
Yeah. So now this is one of these things where we live in the new world. So it's a little like, there's people like Mike Story that will just tell you right off the top of their head. There's people like me that depending on the day of the week might be able to do that, but most of the time will probably before ChatGPT would Google it, and might take a little bit, but everyone in the world nowadays should probably, for something like this where there's a definitive answer,
Just
what is
ask.
go. In fact, let's have you do that, because the more comfortable you are with using this and knowing what it can and can't do, the better you'll be. So yeah, you know exactly what to ask it. Let's see what it says. All right, so remember that the output to get dash v, that's there. So there we go.
So it's get remote set you all. It's this one.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
URL of your repository, and then you'll probably want to change it back when you're done. So the next step is you have to figure out what that link is going to be, where you want it to exist.
So would that? So yeah, let's do that. Sorry, I don't mean to go over. I can do this on my own, but um, actually I have this on a tab.
Yeah, I mean we can go over a bit. It's a light day today. There's no one else on my calendar.
I think this was it. No, I don't know why that got saved. Um,
Yeah, and you can see already. This is inertia, right? It's
yeah.
taking you a while to get there. So how do people, like, how would I do this faster? How would Mike do it faster? Do you have an idea?
Um, I mean, are you gonna say command line stuff?
I'm gonna say bookmark.
Okay, yeah. See, I use it a lot with
Yeah.
that's agile stuff. I do some mathematics on Khan, and I got agile stuff. But I thought I did have it saved, but I did not. But yeah, so I'll
Yeah,
save it
yeah.
now.
And you can also follow it. That's in the right hand side. It says follow. So you can below that. It looks like it's a new option. And then yeah, you need to push it to a particular repository, right? So see how there's kind of a structure there. It's like member dash then
Yeah.
name dash, yeah.
Would this be searchable?
It should be searchable. Yeah, yeah. There's a search bar there.
There we go. Oh, that's someone's particular one.
Yeah. So you need a particular one, and this might be, the rub is like, somebody might need to. I have created a particular one for you. I'm actually not entirely sure what's going on in that regard. If I can do it, I will. So let me see if I can. And I'm exposing myself right now because I just told you how neat and tidy I would be with my bookmarks. I'm on camera. I'm on camera doing the same thing you were doing, kind of struggling to get to
We're
where.
all on our own learning journeys,
Yeah.
everyone in life, so we're all students.
All right. So I should have. Shoot. Oh, you know what? It's I starred the repo, so yep, I got it. All right. So yeah, we've got repos here. So hopefully I can make a new one. Yeah. So I can make one. Let's see if you can. So go to just click Learning Agile Institute to the right of your mouse. Mm-hmm.
Thinking.
Yeah, there you go. And then go to repositories. Uh, yep. And oh yeah, so there's a difference between what yours looks like and what mine looks like, and I'll show you the difference. So
Do you have a paid version, or is it just you have a like a background, backdoor version?
I have been granted permissions.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'll show you how mine looks different. I'm on the exact same page that you are at, except for my permissions are different. So I have a screenshot in the chat, and you can see just how different it looks. I have an option to create a new repository, and then it looks like I can see a private repository as well. I have 82 listed. You only had 81.
Okay.
So I'll make a repository for you. It'll be member and then Kent dash recipes and description recipes Odin project recipes hands-on exercise. All right, I'll make that public so you can show that to, employer or anyone. Really show that off. I'll make it without anything else with that, no license, anything like that, and I'll create the repository. All right, and then now you have a instructions. So this is how. So here's the instructions it gave me. So now you can notice that they should look familiar, right? From what ChatGPT said, and unfortunately, this is where it all breaks down, right? Because it's hard to see what permissions you have and what you don't. So I think this was an instance where you just needed to. It's like the soft skills, social side of IT. You have to be trusted with, the things you need, and then, it's not to say get more permissions than you need. It is to say to understand that there are aspects of this where it's not just that you crack the right hash and implement the right algorithm. It's that somebody gives you the access you need. so if you go to the Discord tab and then go to the chat. So now and then the last message I sent in the chat on the right. Yeah, copy and paste those commands, and I think this is the way. Yeah. So now go back to your terminal and paste in that first command that was
Oh,
there. Yeah.
I just pasted the whole thing on accident, but
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. So you can hit enter now. And right. So now you need your to put your key up there. I'm not
right, I
sure.
need my key, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, I cannot remember. I put that somewhere important, but I don't remember where. How would I find it again?
Uh, so your public key will be in your SSH folder in the bash. So if you pull that up and then you do a PWD, you'll see where you are. Then you can do a CD enter to get to the home location, and it should be there. So you can do a Control C or Control Z, or maybe Apple C. I think it's probably Apple C. But just or just hit enter to have a field. Oh yeah, there we go. And now do a CD enter. There you go. And then do a ls dash a. And there it is, .ssh. So dot is a hidden folder, and now you can do cd.ssh. And then do an ls, and we'll see file names. So yeah, don't especially that one that doesn't have the .pub. That's how people can gain access where they weren't authorized it before. Is if they see that. If they see the pub, that's fine. But what we need to do is change our account settings. And add that to that. So go back to your GitHub account. Yeah. Go to settings. Yep, there you go. And then SSH and GPT GBP, that one, yeah. And then so you've got one here already. So go back to your terminal and do a cat on the .pub file, and not on the other one because that's the private information. So cat
Cat.
id underscore ec.pub, and you can tab it out. ID tab.
So this one right here,
Yeah.
ID ed25519.pub.
Yep.
Just hit that.
Yep. Okay, and then let's see if that. Yeah, so this is quite a bit different from what you have up there. You had an SHA key. This is a whole different kind of key, yeah, copy that output into your clipboard, the whole thing, and yep, and then click onto the GitHub page again. Go to new SSH key, and then change key type. No, that's fine. Yeah, so just paste that in there in the key field. Give it a title. But paste that in first so you don't lose it in your clipboard.
All right. Okay, there we go.
There you go. And then title. I think the best title is if you're using multiple computers to develop, to which computer is this tied to?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Yep. Okay, so now you need to enter in your password without showing it in plain text. So Uh,
Uh,
if you forgot it,
um,
then you'll need to reset it.
yeah. How do we do this not on screen?
So you can temporarily not share your screen. Yeah, there we go. And now the stream is closed, and the preview that you see is no longer there, and I no longer see anything either.
All right, give me a second because I thought had it saved. Do not. I think I do know where it's saved. So he is already in use.
Oh, that's interesting. It looks different than that other one. Um, when you well, I think what happened is when you generated the key that key, um, you gave it a password. You don't need to do that. You can just leave it blank to not give it a password. So it was asking you in the bash prompt what that password was that you gave it. Do you remember that at all?
Yes, I know where I can get that.
Okay, yeah. So just do that git push command again, and then enter that into the prompt.
In the command line prompt.
Yeah,
Which command line prompt?
the
The
command line
bash one that we
prompt,
did.
the one that pops up and asks for your password when you do a git push command.
Okay, so git push dash u origin.
Yep.
I think that was the one that, or is it in, or just rerun those three commands that you gave?
Rerun all three commands. That's fine.
Ooh, it gave me fatal not a git repository or any of the parent directories dot git. That's new. That, I
Yeah.
don't know why I did that.
So you have a map, right? So do pwd to see where you are on the map.
And user slash dot ssh. So I need to go up one, right?
Well, you need to go into a repository.
Ah, okay. So I need to get to. So how do I get straight to a repository or a layer? Do I have to go all the way out and then down, or can I jump?
You can jump. So the period is self-referential. It means the folder you're in. Um,
Okay.
two
So
periods.
could I go cd dot repos?
You can do cd dot dot slash repos.
I'm there, and I'm gonna run those commands again.
Yep.
Fatal, not a git repository.
Yeah. So
Oh, I
do.
need to. Yeah, sorry, I need to go down into.
Yeah, you have to be in the
Um,
repository. Yeah.
and do those commands. Now I need my key. Branch main setup to track origin dash or slash main, everything up to date. That makes sense.
Yeah. So everything. up to date. And you
I can
did
share
the
my screen again if you want.
yeah, that would help. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Okay, there we go. So now it looks like can you do a PWD? Okay. So everything is up to date. Can you do git push origin main? Can you do a git remote dash v? Okay, so it looks like and you can see this. So do you see the where it says git branch? Yeah. So back. Yeah. So when you yeah, you got to do git remote set URL origin for that new link.
I guess I'll just do this.
Uh-huh. There you go. So now
And then the link would be.
in
Uh, I need to find that repository you made me.
yeah.
Uh, would I search Kent? Like, would I search my name, or how would I find that repository?
So you search for the name of the repository. I named it member-kent-recipes. And none of what the heck? Maybe I didn't make it correctly. Let's see here. So,
Oh, I misspelled it. That's all.
oh, okay.
Um, okay, so now I click on that,
Yep.
and then take the HTTP address for that.
Uh,
Like, would I?
yeah. I think. Yeah. You can take it from there. Well, actually, no. That's not the right one.
Okay.
It's so it's get at github.com. It's in the chat I sent you. I got it from. I mean, it should be you should be able to find it on that page that you were at before. Can you go back to that page? And then so it says that they're empty. Try to go to maybe. Oh man. Uh. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm surprised that's looking so much different. Yeah, it might be. It might be. Let me do this. So I'm going to um uh show that password prompt that we were at before, but it's mine. It's not yours. So and I have it saved in a password manager. So it just went out there. I have to add you to your own repo. So I'm going to.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Uh, there we go. All right, so I'm going to give you write permission. Oh, and there were more options than that. I wanted to give you. Oh, here we go. So I'll give you admin permission, but it it was showing me what I wanted, and then it showed me something else. Oh, there we go. Okay, so switch it over to admin. All right. So now, if you refresh the page, you should see more things on the page. So yeah, click onto the repository page, and you see the same amount of things. What? You have to respond to it. So you have to go into your email, which you can do off the share if you want, and then you have to follow the instructions in the email.
don't have an email yet.
Okay. I can send you the
I,
directed.
I could have gotten spammed.
So
So
if you click on that link, that should be a direct link to an invitation.
click on direct link. What?
In the chat on this Discord,
Oh,
there's a link for an invitation.
okay. And now, let me. It gave me. Yep.
All right. So now if you refresh that page, you should see a lot more things on that page. Yeah, so you see a lot more things on there. Now you've got the instructions as well because you can use them. You have the go ahead and star that as well because that's you're going to want to keep track on that. So yeah, click that and then scroll down. So now if you've done this kind of thing before, it gives you some instructions. So this is what we want to do. Yeah. So now you can do this because you have the permissions.
So now just put that into my command line and.
Yep.
Is that all good? There's a bunch of new stuff.
No, there was an error there. Just take one at a time. Start with that first one. Yeah. And then do a Apple U or a Control U. Or just backspace it all out. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And then paste it in. Enter. Okay, so it already exists. That looks good. Get branch dash m main. This is the next one. All right, and then the last one, get push dash u. And now you said that you do have this password. Is that correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's not giving me an option to type.
So it's a password prompt. So
It says enter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to show you what you're typing in because somebody could be looking over your shoulder, and if it's not a strong enough password, it might.
Okay.
Yeah, and security gets crazy. Like, depending on how sophisticated attackers are.
Yeah.
Like they can.
I've got a really.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I've got a really good buddy of mine who, high level, cybersecurity expert, and he's a friend of a friend, and I've been meaning to ask him to, as I get more sort of digitally savvy, how to protect myself. So I'm gonna definitely get some tips from him for sure. All right, so everything's up to date. Branch main set up to track main origin, everything up to date.
All right, so try that push command, so the push command went through. Is that the case?
I did. I did the push command.
And
I put in my password. It says branch main, everything up to date.
Okay.
So now how do I know that it did something?
Well, you should see changes on that repository page.
My repository or this repository?
The repository.
Recipes.
The repository on the Agile Learning Institute account.
Here, I'll do this.
Yeah, so something happened. Can I see your bash again? Okay, so let's see here. Everything up to date. Remote. Oh, you still need to do the. Oh no, there's the results of the push. So you entered there. Everything up to date. Main setup to track. Everything up to date. Can you do a git or can you do an ls? Okay, yeah. So you've got folders too. How about git status? Oh, okay. Yeah, git status. Everything is up to nothing to commit. Well, that's interesting. I mean, you've got there's clearly it's not up there. Try a git add dot. Oh, you know
Is
what?
it 2 words?
So do the git remote dash v again. Uh oh, okay. Okay. Well, for some reason it oh, do the so arrow up to the git remote add. And now instead of origin, do Agile Institute. Yeah, change that to Agile Institute.
Oh, so I don't know. Remember what I don't know what I just deleted. I'm sorry.
You should be able to tab it out or uh
Oof.
I mean that well
Maybe it
it's
was
up there.
maybe I just
GIT is
think
what you
that's what I
deleted.
deleted.
You deleted GIT.
Huh?
GIT instead of COM. Yeah, it's up earlier in your terminal. So that yeah, that's what you deleted. So arrow over or arrow over to the origin. So you're gonna use the left arrow. And now change that to like agile underscore institute. Yeah. There we go. And now hit enter. And then do a git push dash u agile underscore institute. Uh, and then main.
In Maine.
Yep. All right, and now enter in your username for GitHub. You can do it off stream if you want, or
Oh, you mean just like my the Kent spill thing?
yeah, for your user account, yeah, on GitHub, and
Does
like
it need to
that's
be all? Oh,
it. For the username, it really doesn't. It's gonna be a part of your profile. Like your username is
yeah. I thought it
yeah
was
yeah.
like sort of public.
Mm-hmm.
Then I need my password for login to GitHub.
Yeah.
All right. So I did that, and this is what it did.
Authentication failed. Okay. So cloning with. Okay. Can you click the documentation link it has on there?
What?
About. So it looks like in the error message it gave you a documentation link, http://docs.github.com. So that's a link to the repo. Yeah, yeah. And then
What?
yeah, so uh, the end of it is https://utils. Yeah, so go to that website. And it ends with
http.utils.
yeah. So if you just yep, there you go. Go to that website. Um,
Go to it, like search. Go
yeah,
to
yeah,
that
yeah,
website.
yeah. Paste it in there. So cloning with H. Oh, I see. Go back to your bash. Um, and then oh right. So arrow up back to that get remote add command. Yeah, back to the get remote add, and run it again, but change add to remove,
Wait,
or it might
get
be
remote add.
yeah. So arrow, do a left arrow over to add, and change it to remove or delete. I'm not sure which one. Try remove first, and if it doesn't work, try delete next. Yep.
And hit it.
Mm-hmm. Uh, cannot remove. Delete the link afterwards. So arrow up and then do a control W. Or it could be out. Yeah, there you go. Hit enter. There you go. And now arrow up again. Back to the add where it said add before. So arrow up a few more times. One more time, two more times. There we go. Yep. And now you got to change this link. This was the HTTPS link, which you don't have authentication set up for in a convenient way. So you're gonna change out this link to I'll give you the link in the chat. So swap that out for yeah, what have we got there? All right, and then do the get push. Enter. Yeah, just do an enter. And then off. Yeah. Do this off because you have it stored somewhere.
Everything up to date.
Okay, so hopefully that's it then. Let's see if that's the case. Oh man, everything up to date. Can I see your command prompt again? Everything up to date. Okay. Git push there. Can you do a everything up to date? Can you do a git add dot? Oh, sorry. No. Do a git push agile underscore institute. Yeah, because it does origin by default. Origin is your own account. You're going to push it to the Agile Institute account. So hit enter. Or actually hit up arrow and then put in that get URL again. Yep. And hit enter. Failed to push remote refs to Agile Institute.
Oh, I misspelled it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me just. I just forgot the N in institute.
Okay. INSTITUTE. Do a get remote dash V. GIT. Get remote dash V.
Oh, duh.
And then now you've got yep. So do a get space push space and then where it says Agile Institute, copy that and paste that. Yeah, just type it in as you see it there, or you can copy and paste it.
This whole thing here.
Yeah. Yeah, and then paste that in. Hit enter. Oh, well, shoot. No repository. Maybe that's the wrong link. Shoot. Let's see here. Okay, so this is SSH. So this here is the link you need, which is the same. So yeah, it was the. Oh yeah, it was the right link. Okay, so that was the right link. So well, shoot. Even though I gave you access, it looks like you don't have it, which is strange because it says that you have it here. So I don't understand why it's saying something different than.
Well, maybe we make this like kind of a project for next time too. Like we could both kind of like I'm gonna definitely do some research, and I have a buddy to ask.
Perfect.
And then we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of figure out where we
Yeah.
where we both kind of like you need kind of to understand the admin side, and I need to understand my bash side a little better. Um, and then we can kind of like try this again next week because I don't want to go like too long today. I think we've been at it for about an hour.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good idea for sure. So I think from the admin side, should have everything. I think maybe the problem is just that the remote link is incorrect or something like that. But yeah, I mean, you can let me know
Yeah.
if you think it's on the. You talk to your friend and he thinks it's on the admin side. I could probably make a quick modification before the next time we meet.
Cool. Yeah. So that would be great. I think that's a good. I definitely need more like hands on with the command line and git and push and all that stuff. Anyway, so this is all good. This was not a poor way to spend the day, honestly. But yeah, we can start here next week. Um, that'd be fine with me. And I think if I could swing back to um, the curriculum real quick before we jump out.
Okay.
I think realistically, I think the intro to CSS should be my goal this week.
All
Just the
right.
intro to CSS.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna work on the. I'm just gonna write this down as to um, sharing the repository or pushing to the Agile, and then the intro CSS, and I think that's enough for me to wrap my head around this week.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Okay, so I think we're on for 2 weeks from now. Is that right?
Cool. Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. Talk to you then.
Oh no, not 2 weeks from now. Are we on next week or
Oh,
are we
that's
doing
right.
weekly or
We're doing it. Yeah, we're doing it weekly. But if you have another
we're
obligation,
being flexible on if Saturday needs to be flexible?
yeah, it should average out to about like 1.5 times, per week.
Yeah. Okay. That
All
sounds
right.
good.
Okay.
All right, man. We'll see you next Saturday.
See you then. Bye.
All right. Bye.